The Jacksonville man accused of beating his girlfriend so severely it collapsed her lung is being held without bond. Joshua Thompson was in court this morning.
And he now faces a list of charges, including battery as well as false imprisonment. Now, the 23-year-old reportedly beat Storm Hardy, stomped on her, then held her against her will for 2 days before going on the run from police after she was able to escape. His next court date is scheduled for May the 1st. And this week is National Crime Victims' Rights Week. And advocates say thousands of people right here on the First Coast are affected by domestic violence. First Coast News' Juliet Dreyer is live now at the Jacksonville Landing. And Juliet, this horrific story is once again shining the light on domestic violence.
Yeah, you know, the alleged attacks on Storm Hardy left her severely injured, but alive. In just about an hour now, people will gather here at the Jacksonville Landing to toss roses into the St. Johns River in memory of those who lost their lives to violent crime. And unfortunately, stories like Hardy's and those who didn't survive are all too common here on the First Coast.
The photo of a battered and bruised Storm Hardy stunned people across Northeast Florida. The young mother held captive and beaten for 2 days, allegedly at the hands of Joshua Thompson. Thompson turned himself into police Sunday.
Her kidney was split, her pancreas and her intestines are damaged and swollen. She needed blood transfusion, her lungs are collapsed. She has some broken bones in her spine.
In an interview over the weekend, Hardy's mother, Shayna Yoder, described what her daughter told her before she slipped into a medically induced coma.
He told her that he was going to kill her, she wouldn't live through the day, and even told her how he was going to kill her.
Yoder tells First Coast News her daughter and Thompson had dated on and off for 3 years.
It's horrific.
Gail Patton is CEO of Hubbard House, an organization that helps victims of domestic violence. She says the image of an incapacitated Storm Hardy in her hospital bed are difficult to see, but it's a reality for many people in Jacksonville.
We see every year 5,000 people, and that's just who we see. It doesn't include all the people who never call the police or who don't seek us for services.
One question often asked, why does a woman stay with someone who's abusive? Patton says it often boils down to 2 things: threats of further physical and emotional harm and economic barriers.
Sometimes women just don't have enough money to keep themselves and their children in a home, in daycare, and so they go back because they don't see any other options.
Patton says she wants people in abusive environments to know that help is available, and it can all start with just a phone call.
It's a true act of courage for a survivor to reach out that first time.
This story got a lot of reaction on our Facebook page, with many people asking, what should you do if you see domestic violence happening? Well, if you actually see it or hear it, you should call 911. If you suspect it, Hubbard House recommends you start by expressing your concern to your loved ones, letting them know that there are options out there like Hubbard House. You can also call their 24-hour hotline. That line is also for people needing help themselves as well. The number is 904-354-3114, and we do have that number and a link with more information posted on our website, firstcoastnews.com. Reporting live at the Jacksonville Landing, Juliet Dreyer, First Coast News on your side.